High school football is back. This is ET Final Score.
What's up, everybody? Welcome into the ETFinalScore.com football show. It's week 7 of the season. Monster district matchups all over East Texas tonight. We got all your highlights coming up, but we want you to be a part of the show. The best way is to tweet at us at ETFinalScore or myself at Eric Sully CBS 19. Send us your scores, pictures, crazy fan captions. Jeff Schaefer, Jay Wallace, Trevor Pill, and Travis Yosting will all join us over the next 30 minutes to give you the latest on the big games. And, of course, we start with Class 16 5A. John Tyler and Lufkin, both teams trying to stay at top of the standings. Abe Martin Stadium full of purple tonight, as you can imagine, trying to make life as rough as possible for Cujo. Early on, Lufkin's punt blocked by Bryson Gibson. Ball on the 2-yard line, and Martravius Allison runs it in for the touchdown. John Tyler on the board. Back comes Lufkin. Cordell Rogers looking to his left, nothing doing, scrambles to his right. He's so good at this. Fires it towards the end zone. It's tipped by Bryson Gibson. That guy was everywhere tonight. Kieran Freeman with the interception, but no points for JT on their next drive. Cordell Rogers does score. Gets it to Devontae Ellington. The pack is on the board. John Tyler's Bryson Smith, previous winner of the American State Bank Player of the Week award. What a ball right over the middle to Duntavian Gross. And what a night for JT. They get the victory 41-38, 2-0 in district play. For more on how this one ended from Abe Martin Stadium, let's get Travis Yosting from the Tyler Paper and ETFinalScore.com website on with us. Travis, tremendous victory for Coach Ricklin Holmes. They probably weren't the favorite in this game, were they?
No, probably not. The way they had been playing, the way Lufkin had been putting up points, especially after Lufkin beat Lee, which beat John Tyler. Of course, this isn't horse racing, and as it ended up, John Tyler came out with the win.
Travis, with maybe the maturity of JT, Bryson Smith, the defense, Gibson was all over the place. They got a lot of guys doing little things tonight.
Definitely, and probably the biggest play of the game was a sack by Brandon Day, the senior linebacker who came up from behind of Cordell Rogers. And in came Dwayne Jones, a sophomore, scooped it up, took it 85 yards for the touchdown.
38 points. Travis, I know Coach Jones would like it to be lower, but that's not a bad job by that JTD tonight.
Definitely. They kind of held them in check most of the night. Obviously Lufkin was never going to go away. They kept fighting, got a late touchdown to pull within 3. But Duntavian Gross came up with a big recovery on the onside kick with about 33 seconds left and was able to pull it out. And the defense came up with a couple big interceptions that were really key in addition to the fumble.
Travis, excellent job. We'll see you next Friday night. Good talking to you, buddy.
Definitely.
All right, let's go to Maverick Stadium in Marshall. The undefeated Mavs have been waiting for their arch rival for months now. Both coming to the game. Perfect in district play. Look how fired up this guy is, Lucas Pritchard. And look at the first play of the game. Justin Hart on a dime. Jaquavian Dabbs hauls it in for the long touchdown. It's 7-0 Mavericks with the lead. The Lobo D, though, would not have any more of that. Kyron Sheridan with the sack on Justin Hart. But later in the first, Longview trying to get their big plays going. Michael Ross to Chris Braggs. Over the shoulder, right in front of the camera. Great job by Mr. Braggs there to get it. They would get a field goal out of it, 7-3. Later in the second, Cameron Holler is going to punch it in. Tough running by the young man. That's a touchdown, and it's 14-3 Marshall. It's now 21-10 before half. Trell Patton gets a short pass from his quarterback, Harper, and goes all the way for the touchdown. Trell Patton, 21-10. Then on fourth down, it's going to be Michael Ross handing off to Kavian Polk, and he gets it in. All right. This is that's Polk scoring for Longview. That's 21-19 late in the ball game. Ross gets the ball back, goes back to the running game. Coach King calls on Dratavian White. Touchdown Lobos. They take a 25-21 lead, their first of the game. But the Marshall Mavericks were going to have it. They felt the win tonight as Holler gets in. And can you believe it? The party is still going on in Marshall Maverick country. They get the win over their arch rival 28-25. What a ball game. For reaction to that big win by the Mavericks, R.J. Wallace was at the game all night long and has reaction from the Maverick players.
I'm here with Cameron Haller after the big 28-25 win for Marshall. And Cameron, you came up with a big run, play after play when your team needed it. How were you able to get that momentum down the stretch to get those big runs?
We wanted it more than those guys. We simply wanted it more.
And it seemed like on third downs, on fourth downs, when your team needed a big play, you came through, you pushed through, you had downhill running. How do you have that type of extra push in your running? How do you do that?
Again, we wanted it more than them. We haven't won in 15 years. We were hungry.
And now, still undefeated, what's the long-term goal for the Mavericks this season?
Go and win a state championship.
Cameron, thank you so much. Thank you. It's a big win for the Mavericks here tonight. Eric, it's been wild. It's been raucous. As you can tell, these fans are excited for the win. Back to you in the studio.
Oh, now that is what high school football is all about there. Congrats to the Mavericks, and good job by Jay Wallace there. Let's break from 5A for a minute. Another likely district championship game for Week 7. Number 1 ranked Mineola against those hungry White Oak Roughnecks. Let's get to the game, and good job by Mineola. Pink balloons into the sky to show their Breast Cancer Appreciation Month there. Good job by them. Let's get to the highlights in this one. It's going to be White Oak up 3-0. Jeremiah Crawford, great ball to Chance Perkins, hauls it in. Oh, he gives CBS 19 some love right there. That's a touchdown, but in the second quarter, we've got a fumble. White Oak feeling the upset. They get on top of it. They have the ball. Cade Palmer to Heath Hood. Nice catch out of bounds. Move those chains. But the Yellow Jacket defense would step up. Palmer just gobbled down by Austin Anderson, the future Texas A&M Aggie. And then it's more sacks taken down by Devin Gogian. And Roughnecks do not score. All right, Crawford, boy, is he just a guy you want with the football in your hands. What a great run. Gets it to about midfield. Then on fourth down, he's looking for the end zone, but Jeremiah usually doesn't make these kind of mistakes, but give it up for Dax Davis. 7-3 at the half. He gets the big interception early in the fourth quarter. Looks like Jeremiah Crawford's going to be stopped right here. Oh, my goodness. Goes all the way for the score. That would make it 14-3 as they get it, and then Crawford would have another outstanding touchdown run, 28-13. Your final score, number 1 Mineola, undefeated overall. Let's go back out to Meredith Memorial Stadium. Jeff Schaefer was on the number 1 ranked Mineola Yellow Jacket beat and has the reaction from the win for them tonight.
Eric, another week, another victory for the Mineola Yellow Jackets. They stay undefeated, taking down White Oak in their district opener. I'm now joined by Mineola QB Jeremiah Crawford, who threw for 1 touchdown, ran for 3 more in the second half. Jeremiah, what were you seeing out there, especially in that second half? You run for 3 touchdowns. Did something open up in the second half?
It was kind of like in the locker room. I said, well, I'm not about to hit the hole just real soft anymore. I'm hitting the hole and I'm going straight through.
Start district play out with a win over a pretty good White Oak team. I mean, how big is that victory? How big is it to start district play with a win?
It feels great. It feels great to be 6-0 right now. White Oak's a really good challenge. They play hard all the time. No matter what team they play, they will play hard.
All right, Jeremiah, thanks as always for the time. Congrats on the win. Now I'm joined by the twin linemen that we've talked about before, Austin and Riley Anderson. Riley, I want to start with you. First of all, talk to me about what it's like blocking for that guy who I just talked to, because it seems like you might never know where he's going to go.
It's great. He's fun to block for. He's always running hard, giving all his effort. He's a good leader in the huddle, and it's just fun, a lot of fun.
Austin, I know you guys seem like, even when White Oak would get something going, the defense could come with a big play. What was kind of the mindset of the defense tonight?
A lot of it's mental toughness. In practice, we push ourselves. We do pursuit drills. And
well, you guys certainly showed the toughness tonight, and you are 6-0. Thanks as always for the time. That's Riley, Austin Anderson, and Mineola QB Jeremiah Crawford. Them and the rest of the Yellow Jackets, 6-0 on the season.
All right, Jeff, thank you very much. Those Yellow Jackets look pretty primed to make a big run. Still got a lot of work to do. Let's get to Lindale Eagle country now. Trying to make it 2-0 in district play with the Jacksonville Fighting Indians in town. And how about Cameron High? Look at him get the blocks from his Eagle teammates. He goes all the way in for the long touchdown. Eagles are doing well early on. High has his receiver this time. Moody Taylor is going to run it in for a score as Jacksonville trying to stay touch in that one right there. That's Jacksonville, I'm sorry, with Cameron High. Kendrick Price ran that TD in for Lindell earlier. Sorry about that. Then it's going to be Montana Metter. Shotgun formation is going to drop it off right down low to his big guy, Ryan Spillman, for the touchdown. And that Lindell Eagle offense was rolling tonight. This time, Metter goes to Ryan Taylor. We've talked about this young man a lot of Friday nights. He runs so hard. Got a nice little bump there from his buddy Kendrick Price. Then Metter's going to go up top. And Kendrick, I got your name right this time, buddy. Way to go. Lindell with the big win over Jacksonville. It was tough, though. Final score 35-28. All right. Pine Tree Pirates, could they steal one at Texarkana? Let's get to the highlights in this one. Here come the Tigers, and here comes the Tigers early on with the football. They're going to go back to that running game they're so famous for, and they've got one busting out to the right side, and that is a big run by Jakari. Witcher breaks loose, and then Cade Pearson to Marquise Martin. Marquise, the big tight end, mowing people down with that stiff arm. He goes in for the first score of the game. And then it's going to be Pearson getting the passing game going. Cade, a little fake, going out to the bootleg right. He's going to go to Jalen Roan. Oh, Jalen, that's just pretty right there. And then he would get another big completion right there to Trevelyan's Hunt. And Texas High, you know, they kind of are inconsistent, but they're playing very well right now. They get a nice win, 38-16. Nacogdoches tonight taking on Corsicana, 35-17. Tigers win over the Dragons. White House, tough night at Ennis, 43-21. Hallsville and Mount Pleasant, 24-7. Hallsville victorious. That's a good road win for them. Greenville takes care of Sulphur Springs, 21-13. First break happening right now. Much more going on here on the ETFinalScore.com football show. You're looking at the ETFinalScore.com website and its scoreboard. More highlights, tweets, interviews. Trevor Peel next.